Secretary John Kirby said Monday the Taliban does not pose a threat to the United States or its neighbors despite having a cache of lethal American weapons. Now, I wonder how the neighboring countries feel about that. I mean, basically, they are one of the most well-equipped military nations in the world right now. $85 billion worth. Airplanes, helicopters, tanks, Humvees, something like 350,000 assault weapons, rifles.
You can go on Reddit and see videos of them messing with all of our equipment too, especially the helicopters.
Well, the only good thing about the helicopters is I seriously doubt if they're going to be able to fly them. They'll probably kill each other trying to get them off the ground. But John Kirby, man, there's no danger. What's the big deal? It gets worse. Now, remember back in June, Biden vowed that the Afghans who helped the U.S. military, he said, they're not going to be left behind. His administration's stepped up, planning to evacuate thousands of Afghan interpreters while their applications for the U.S. entry are processed. They're going to come. And by the way, earlier today, among other things that Biden was blaming, he was blaming the Americans that they didn't take his warning seriously back in March when he said to get out. I don't remember that, but Biden does. And of course, we can't question Joe's memory or Joe's brain. Then in August, Biden pledged firmly to bring all Americans home from Afghanistan just last month, or earlier this month. It's still August. And all Afghans who aided in the war effort. He said, we're making the same commitment to the Afghan wartime helpers as to U.S. citizens. And now the administration admits that perhaps hundreds of Americans who wanted to leave have been left behind. By the way, that's the other thing he said over and over again today, which is sickening. And we said this last week when Jen Psaki came out and said early on, well, all the Americans that want to get out, we'll get them out. If they want to get out, we'll get them out. Biden repeated that mantra today. Well, the ones that they didn't want to get out, well, I guess they didn't want to get out. Well, nothing we can do about it. We can't force them to get out. They don't want to get out. But perhaps the most bizarre and most profound example of just how clueless this administration is this comment from National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan.
Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas, quote, Joe Biden left behind Americans. He left behind vetted Afghan allies who risked their lives for our soldiers. A disgraceful lack of leadership from an incompetent president. Your response?
My response is that leadership means taking a look at the situation and asking the hard question, what is going to be in the best interests of the United States of America, those American citizens still in Afghanistan, and those Afghan allies? And he got a unanimous recommendation from his Secretary of State, his Secretary of Defense, all of his civilian advisors, all of his commanders on the ground, and all of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, that the best way to protect our forces and the best way to help those Americans was to transition this mission. At the end of the day, the question will be, did we protect those American citizens? Did they get out if they wanted to get out? We believe that we will get out any person who wants to get out, and we will have completed that mission. And those who are criticizing are not the ones who have to sit in the Situation Room and make the hard calls about the threats that we face and the objectives we're trying to obtain. And President Biden made that hard call, and it is a call he believes will ultimately serve the interests of our people, all of our citizens, and our country.
Yeah, you heard that right. You heard that right. It's in the best interest of those Americans that are left back in Afghanistan. It's in their best interest that we have done what the Biden administration has done. It's in their best interest. Wow. So they're now faced with jihadist extremists who have vowed to take down the great Satan, America. And these poor people are out there fearing for his life. And the Biden administration has shared all the names with them, all the people that are left behind. And this individual, trying to keep it PG here, Jake Sullivan, has said this is in their best interest. if diplomacy was, if diplomacy had worked, wouldn't it have worked numerous times earlier with these? Again, these are religious zealots. He said it. It's in their best interest. Imagine being one of those Americans or one of those U.S. interpreters who now faces death at the hands of terrorists. Imagine hearing a smug presidential aide explain to the world that the abject betrayal and violated promise that has placed your family's lives in great danger was really about your best interest. Sullivan goes on to say leaving people behind was unanimously endorsed by the president's entire national security team. Susan Rice? Is Barack Obama actually on that team? I'm sure he is indirectly. Silent partner. He states, again, the best way to help the stranded was to transition this mission, by which he means leaving them behind. We're going to turn to diplomacy. Even though when we had troops on the ground there, they were behaving themselves. But we're going to try diplomacy now. I wonder if Jake Sullivan was over there, whether he'd want to, if it's in their best interest, Jake, why don't you go over there and be with them? And then he says the critics aren't the ones to have to sit in the Situation Room and make the hard calls. You know, I would not categorize Tom Cotton as some sort of armchair quarterback critic. Tom Cotton honorably served this country over in the Middle East, fighting the likes of the Taliban. He has served honorably, which is something that Jake Sullivan nor Joe Biden has done. But they're making the hard decisions. Unbelievable. 561-8255. We'll get to your phone calls. We've got to take a time out. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
And we're on location at one of my favorite places in the whole planet because this is some of the best food you're ever going to eat in your life. We are at Nino's on Red Banks Road in Greenville. It's one of my hangouts. It's one of the places that I love. I got my friend Pietro Passalacqua. How'd I do?
You did great.
Let's talk about the food. What makes this place? I know it's special Italian from authentic Italians, but tell us why it's so special.
Because everything we do, it's really what we came up on the menu from what we did at home, from my grandparents, my parents. So it's exactly what we eat at home, and that's what the way we cook. That's why it's special.
And the atmosphere in this place is special also. From the bar to the two dining areas. You got two different dining areas, and now the weather's nice, so there's going to be a lot of folks that want to eat outside.
Yeah, we have two rooms. One room is designed a little different. We're also working on the patio to make it more attractive and more useful in the summer with a cocktail service. And we're always improving our services.
And, of course, my friends here, my buddy, Chef Massimo, who I love, and Sal and Pietro, you guys do a great job here. Not just Italian, but I had a great pork chop here the other night. You got great steaks, too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we're also adding filet mignon in the future on our menu. And Massimo is coming out with a really good side dishes for it. And so we're really excited to come out with new meats and fish dishes.
All right, Nino's on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Same people that give you Marabello's and the great pizza that you get at Marabello's, but this is fine dining at Nino's. If you haven't been here, you don't know what you're missing. Come see them at Nino's on Red Banks Road. And Pietro, what is that famous saying about Nino's?
The food that you enjoy with people that you love.
Top Dog Academy is Eastern North Carolina's complete dog training facility. Top Dog provides an excellent environment for dogs of all ages with training services and work week daycare. Top Dog is located on Highway 43 South, just 4 miles from Bells Fork, and features a comfortable, healthy environment and a spacious facility for daycare and a brand new, beautiful facility for training. Call 752-8215 or visit TopDogOnline.com.
Come on out Highway 43 South to Top Dog Academy, where we know dogs.
Living easy is the sound of children laughing as you make memories with neighbors and friends. It's the sound of nothing at all. It's the smell of the salt air. Hear the waters against the marsh grass. See the beauty of our coast. Bow Coast, located in Beaufort, North Carolina. Southern living's best.
This is your Drive at 5 and ENC with Tom Lamprecht. Welcome back to News and Views on Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
Taking a quick look at your weather forecast. Mostly cloudy tonight, a low around 73. Tomorrow, a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Chance of rain 50% with a high around 90. Then tomorrow night, a 60% chance of rain and showers, a low around 72. Thursday, things cool down a little bit. The high is only 82 on Thursday. A slight chance of showers, and otherwise, it's going to be nice to see things cool down. Ida is really spread out. Of course, hit Louisiana, New Orleans. It's moving fairly quickly. The eye of the storm is about over Nashville right now. And the southern part of the storm is down in Florida. The northern part of the storm is really almost up to Lake Erie in Ohio. So spreading out. Ida is dropping rain. Doesn't look like we're getting a whole lot of rain here in eastern Carolina from Ida. Maybe just a little bit, not too much. Weather brought to you by our friends at the Ironwood Golf and Country Club. Voted best golf course in Greenville 2 years in a row. Ironwood Golf and Country Club boasts an 18-hole Lee Trevino design course, full-service dining and outdoor pool, tennis, and more. Our newly renovated 15,000-square-foot clubhouse, a perfect place to make new traditions with your family. For a limited time, join Ironwood, pay zero initiation fees. Give them a call, 252-752-4653. Find out what makes Ironwood the best of Greenville, 252-752-4653. Be a part of the best Ironwood Golf and Country Club, and it is coming into the prettiest time of the year to play golf. Fall, great temperatures, low humidity. Give them a call. 561-8255. Let's go down to Belhaven. We have Tom on the line. Hey, Tom.
How you doing, guys? Appreciate y'all taking my call. I called several months ago, and we talked. It was the first time I had ever voted, and was very, very disappointed with what happened because of a deep distrust for the government. I just never have, and I felt like this time it really needed to be done. And now that just comes to fruition. You can't trust our government to tell you the truth, to do what's right.
Yeah.
And it boils down to, the first Civil War, 1961, was started for a lot less than we're going through right now. And I don't see, and I hope I'm wrong, I really do. I hope I'm wrong in that we don't end up falling into a second one. I hope voting can work the next time. But now that they know how to do it, they're going to keep pushing this. Every time there's going to be an election coming up, we're going to find out, we got a new strain of something out there. We've all got to go back to staying at home and voting by mail, which is going to take days and days. And it just boils down to what I'm looking at as, at some point in time, if this doesn't stop, a lot of good men and women in this country are going to have to do bad things.
Well, I don't.
That's not the case.
No, I hear you, and it was interesting. Representative Cawthorn, who is basically the replacement up in the western part of the state, he sort of got in some hot water. He was apparently addressing one of the county conventions up there and had made a comment. I don't have the story in front of me. I'm paraphrasing here. But if there was another situation like there was in the last election and we had fraudulent elections, and I'm paraphrasing here, he said something about, it could result in bloodshed. And, of course, he's getting a lot of negative feedback. But at some point there does come a time, and I'm not propagating this, but I'm just saying I don't disagree with you, Tom. I think there could be a situation if people truly felt like their liberties were disappearing and they found themselves under a dictatorship and they had lost their ability to control their democracy, their republic. We're not a democracy, we're a republic, a democratic republic. I think it's entirely possible that through the frustration of not being, of having their rights and their liberties taken away from, look, that's why previous wars have been fought in this country. That's why we fought the Revolutionary War.
And trying to erase history just makes it that much easier to repeat it.
Yeah.
So if you look at what has gone on, and you look at everything that is happening now, you've got a president that, number one, feels like he can just write a law into being just by signing a piece of paper.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're doing away with the Constitution, and it scares people. I think there are a lot of people out, but there's also a lot of these people on the other side that if a train pulled up with 50,000 cattle cars on it, said, "Jump in, we're here to help, we'll take you to safety," they do it.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the most profound things that has happened under this, there's a lot of bad things that have happened under this presidency, but I think something that people really need to take notice of was when the Supreme Court came out and said the CDC does not have the right to impose this eviction moratorium. Now, they let it run out to July 31st, but they said you can't extend it beyond July 31st. Now, what is the one thing that the president vows to uphold when he's sworn into office? He is
every police officer, right? Constitution.
The
of the United
Constitution.
States. Every police officer, every judge, every soldier, everyone swears allegiance to the Constitution of the United States of America.
And when that eviction moratorium, they said it was unconstitutional and you cannot continue it, and Joe Biden goes out. He admits, he says, I don't think it's constitutional, goes out and gets some advice from some of his key folks. They said, well, it's a little shaky ground there, Joe. He found one that said, yeah, go ahead and do it, so he did. So basically, he knew it was unconstitutional. The one thing that he is told to uphold, he takes he swears to uphold the Constitution from enemies, foreign and domestic. And he turns around and does it anyway in defiance of the Supreme Court that came out real clear with their order. For this administration to basically shoot the bird at the Supreme Court to say, look, and they can try to frame this in the most flowery verbiage that they can think of to make themselves look good, but they shot the bird at the Supreme Court and they said, we're not going to listen to you. We're going to do what we darn well please. And if it's unconstitutional, so be it. That ought to scare people more than anything else, I think, because they have really looked at the Constitution, again, that the president has sworn to uphold and defend, and they've just basically thrown it down the toilet.
And that's why I've said, at some point, good men having to do bad things.
Let's pray it doesn't have to come to that.
I've got my fingers crossed.
Yes, well, let's pray hard and cross your toes, too. Thank you. I appreciate it, Tom. Thanks for the call. It's sad. But Tom is correct. It used to be certain things. Now, we always knew certain things. For the last 20 years, we knew the postal system wasn't, running real efficiently. We know there's certain things that we didn't like about the federal government. We didn't like the IRS. We know there's certain things that the government ran. They didn't run them well. But we always thought, well, the military, that's the last bastion of hope. And the FBI, and look where they've gone. Is there anything now that the federal government does that they do well? That they do in a way that would uphold the Constitution? Anything? We've got to take another time out. We'll be right back.
Break the chain. Eat global. Tiebreakers.
Hey, this is Hank Hinton back here at Full Service Flooring in Winterville. I'm here today with Corey Little, who's the operations manager here at Full Service Flooring. Corey's been here 6 months, but you've been in construction a long time. Tell us about what you do here at Full Service Flooring.
Yeah, I got over here about 6 months ago. I've been in construction for, like I said, a little over 20 years, and I've known Tim for a long time now, and he's brought me over here to see what new kind of things I can bring to the store and to our customers. And I'm in charge of scheduling, and I don't know what else. I'm in charge of everything. It seems like we work together as a team and try to pull it all together. I might do a measure one day and do a commercial floor the next day, but we just kind of all work together and pull it all together one time.
So what's new in flooring? What is the hot new thing?
The hot new thing's LVP or LVT, depending on what you're looking for, which look you're looking for. It's a waterproof product. It's absolutely fantastic. You can't really beat it.
A lot cheaper than hardwoods?
It is definitely a cost-effective alternative to hardwoods, yes, sir.
So, Corey, how is business right now?
And business is good. Despite the pandemic, we're still seeing a lot of new customers in the store, and we get an opportunity to introduce our products in a lot of different situations right now.
Corey, you've got a lot of experience in the construction industry. How is that helping you here with people, helping people with flooring here at Full Service Flooring?
Sure. I try to take the experiences that I've gained over my time in construction to help apply that to the flooring, whether it be with what the structure is made out of, the subfloor that we're going over top of, or maybe even just how it coordinates with your kitchen cabinets in construction or in your bathroom and how the tub and everything all ties together.
And a customer can just come here and see you anytime?
Absolutely. We're here 6 days a week, and we just love to see a new customer in here anytime. They can always call us and schedule something with us so that we can make sure we have our time allotted for them.
Corey, thank you so much. That's Corey Little here at Full Service Flooring. Come see these guys. They're on Tilco Drive in Winterville, 756-9308 and fullserviceflooring.com.
Great job, Mr. President. It's a great job we're doing. What we're doing is, it's
This Labor Day, remember.
No, sir, I meant you're doing a great job. Very poor job. Look, we're creating jobs with this plan.
Our job is to keep you informed.
It's a good plan, sir.
With what you need to know.
It's, people, they mad about the, You having a good time, Joe? Absolutely not. Your job approval, it's good.
Now back to news and views on 96.3 and 103.7.
That is a great intro for my next story. Town Hall is reporting when it comes to polls, Joe Biden typically has pretty good support from his base. Even his base is saying, we don't think so, Joe.
Come on, man.
Very well. A plurality of these demographics think it's gone somewhat badly at 40% and 39% respectively from Biden voters and Democrat voters. It's worth emphasizing this poll was conducted prior to the 13 U.S. service members being killed over in Kabul. Prior. So, there's only one direction those numbers are going to go, and it's not good for Cousin Eddie. By the way, if you're listening to 103.7 during that last break, you heard a spot there for the Carolina Panthers. It is interesting to note for you football fans, and again, 103.7 carries the Panthers. The New England Patriots released Cam Newton today. First reported by the Boston Globe. He and Mac Jones, who was out of Alabama, he was the 2021 NFL draft choice of the Patriots, played for Alabama. He's got the starting job. Even though Cam Newton had a $3.5 million guaranteed contract for this year, they've let him go. So it'd be interesting to see if anybody else picks up Cam or if he is done. And it's interesting. You ask yourself, okay, why would you let a quarterback go who you're guaranteed to pay him $3.5 million? Sincerely, and there's no place for him. I mean, you're paying him. Put him on the taxi squad or something, and just say we're gonna keep you around for $3.5 million and bring him up. But why would you let him go? I mean, you can't find a place for him just to sit on the bench just in case the other guy gets hurt, right? And the only thing I was just talking to Clark, the only thing I can figure is that they feel like he would be a morale buster. That if he wasn't the key guy, the key player, would he bring down the morale of everybody else? I don't know. But he is gone. He's been let go. Perhaps what they do, they're hoping somebody else picks them up. They don't have to pay him the $3.5 million. That's another reason they might do what they do. The Carolina Journal is reporting the leader of North Carolina's Senate Powerful Rules Committee took aim today at the governor's long-running state of emergency linked to COVID-19. We've been saying this for a long time now ourselves. Quote, an emergency is a dangerous situation requiring immediate action, said Bill Rabone of Brunswick County in a news release. The legislature delegated some power to the executive to act in an emergency because the executive can act immediately. 18 months into this pandemic, nobody can argue with a straight face that it's a time-limited emergency where the General Assembly does not have time to act. The governor needs to accept that this state must return to its normal system of government. Thank you, Senator. But any legislation that would take away these emergency powers, you know, Governor Roy is going to veto them. We've got to take another time out. He has also vetoed something else that is going to anger a few people. We'll talk about that when we get back.
Got a trade? Now's the time. Greenville Toyota. Never in history has your trade been worth more. Get paid today. Then get a new Toyota hot off the delivery truck. Hurry before they're gone. Like Camry's $199 a month. Rush to Greenville Toyota.
Air Service is back at Pitt Greenville Airport, offering safe, clean facilities and flights from American Airlines. That means the short commute, quicker lines, and better prices that get you where you're going fast and easy. See it for yourself. There's great things inside at Pitt Greenville Airport.
Sawyer's Fun Park in Winterville is now open. With over 40,000 square feet of family fun, daily money-saving deals, and a full-service restaurant, Sawyer's Fun Park is guaranteed to have something the whole family will love. Test your ninja skills on our 2-story obstacle course or head over to one of our 5 rock walls and race your friends to the top. And when you've worked up an appetite in our laser tag arena or our one-of-a-kind ropes course, grab a table over at the restaurant and try our world-famous Southern Monster Fries. Reserve your spot today at SawyersFunPark.com and come join in on the fun.
My name is Dr. Neeti Armistead, Chief Medical Officer for Vidant Health. The following simple steps will help keep you and your community safe. Stay home as much as possible, wear a mask when out in public, avoid large gatherings, practice social distancing, and wash hands often. It's also important not to delay needed care. Vidant has taken important steps to provide you and your family with a safe environment. Learn more about COVID-19 and Vidant's response. Call 252-847-8000 or visit vidanthealth.com/COVID-19.
Acre Station Meat Farm, along with Lane Angus Beef, bring you Farm to Fork Beef.
Stock your freezers now with affordable beef boxes just in time for the grilling season.
Farm to Fork Beef brings quality local beef to your family. From your traditional butcher shop, Acre Station Meat Farm. Come on down to Acre Station Meat Farm and find out why we're #1 in fresh cuts and friendly service.
Acre Station Meat Farm, Highway 32 North, Pinetown.
Air Service is back at Pitt Greenville Airport, offering safe, clean facilities and flights from American Airlines. That means the short commute, quicker lines, and better prices that get you where you're going fast and easy. See it for yourself. There's great things inside at Pitt Greenville Airport.
Toyota shoppers, now's the time at Greenville Toyota. Shipments of factory fresh Toyotas are arriving daily and being sold almost immediately. Like Corollas for $189 a month. Get yours before they're gone. Now's the time. Rush to Greenville Toyota.
Back to news and views. Talk 96.3 and 103.7.
So North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper vetoed a bill yesterday that would change the state gun purchasing law. Cooper, Democrat, vetoed House Bill 398. This is from the News and Observer. the pistol purchase permit repeal, which would remove the requirement that handgun buyers get a permit from their local sheriff. Quote, gun permit laws reduce homicides. So said the Cooper. I'm not saying that. At a time of rising gun violence, we cannot afford to repeal a system that works to save lives. The bill passed the Senate on August the 18th along party lines 27-20, with all Republicans for and all Democrats against. Republicans have argued in favor of the bill repeatedly, noting that the law's origin in the Jim Crow South were efforts to keep guns away from black North Carolinians. Senator Chuck Edwards, a Henderson County Republican, said pistol purchase permits were created by Jim Crow Democrats to keep guns away from black people, and data shows that black applicants are still rejected at a higher rate than white applicants. In any other context, Democrats would view these facts and alleged systemic racism. That they refuse to do so on this issue is yet more evidence that they selectively wield such accusations for political ends, Edwards said. Attorney General Josh Stein, a Democrat, said earlier this month that the law is, quote, one of our most effective tools to keep guns out of the hands of domestic abusers, felons, and other dangerous people. Wait a minute, Josh. Do you honestly think for 1 second that felons and dangerous people are going to go through the process of applying for a permit for a gun? Duh. The only ones that you are infringing upon are legal citizens wanting to defend themselves. 561-8255. Real quickly, we have Rick on the line. Hey, Rick.
Hey, Tom. I just got out of work, and I just wanted to call and ask you if you'd seen or heard anything. People on break were telling me that there were pictures on YouTube of the canines that the military used, abandoned, left in cages at the airport.
There is a story on Town Hall. The Pentagon is responding to reports the United States left behind a number of military working dogs at the airport. To correct erroneous reports, the U.S. military did not leave any dogs in cages at the international airport, including the reported military working dogs. Photos circulating online were animals under the care of the Cabal Small Animal Rescue, not dogs under our care, Pentagon spokesperson John Kirby said Tuesday. Take that for what it's worth. That's from the mouth of John Kirby. I have no clue. I trust that as about as far as I could throw John Kirby. He's not too big, but I don't think I could throw him too far.
I believe it. Yeah, I just wondered if you knew anything. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I hope that this case that John Kirby was correct, but who knows? I mean, it is a sad commentary that we can't trust what our federal government tells us. We can't. I mean, it's sad.
I did a search, and it came up pretty fast on YouTube.
On the canine story.
Yeah, working dogs left behind in Afghanistan.
Yeah. So, hey, thanks for joining us. It'd be nice if we could have some fun news. Try to keep you informed. As I've said for the last week or so, I'll end the program again today. Keep praying for our country. Keep praying for another great revival. Keep praying that we would have righteous leaders that would lead us well, that would follow the Constitution. That don't look at our founding fathers as old white guys. Look at them as wise men who strove for liberty and freedom. Pray to that end. Please do. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.
All right.
We're on location at Fabric and Home Furnishings, and I'm back with my friend Lisa Pendry. And Lisa's been telling me about all the great renovations that have been going on here in the store, and I've been looking around, and it looks fantastic. Tell us what you've done here.
Well, we've knocked some walls down, we've painted, we've added some new vendors, lots of new exciting things going on. So we're making room for everybody to get what they need to transform their homes.
Looks fantastic in here. Last time we talked, you were saying that you were able to deliver a lot faster than most other furniture stores. Is that still the case?
It is. It's changed a little bit, but we're still looking at around 8 to 10 week delivery, and we do sell our floor samples right off the floor.
All right, we always say that Fabric and Home Furnishings is more than just a fabric store, so tell us what the more is all about. What when people come in, what should they expect?
Well, we love to get to know our customers. I have the best crew I've ever had, and everybody on my team is an interior designer. So we offer in-home design service, which we always have, but now they can each come out to your home after they work with you in here, figure out what's going on in your residence or your commercial property to pull it together and help you make everything beautiful.
You got great folks here.
I do.
I can tell you, I haven't gotten to know them. It's like a family when you come in here, and everybody gets along well, and you can tell that these guys and gals really know what they're talking about when it comes to interior design.
They do, and that's really what makes us different. We offer complete in-home design service. We don't charge a by-the-hour fee. It's a flat one-time fee. We work with you in here, in your home, in your business, and help pull everything together.
All right, it's more than just a fabric store. Fabric and Home Furnishings in Arlington Village. Come see this lady. She's fantastic. Fabric and Home Furnishings. Come see the renovations here in Arlington Village. And thank you for the visit today.
Thank you, Henry.
All right, you got to come see what they've done in the store here on Arlington Boulevard in Arlington Village.